You know what I do every day when I first turn on my iPad? What I talk Apple, what do you do? Well, I open up one of my 4 favorite news apps, Flipboard, Site, Pulse, or Tap2, because the iPad is great for reading articles from your favorite blog, your favorite website, Twitter feeds, Facebook, status updates, all of that. The iPad makes it revolutionary. App developers are super awesome, and they've created these apps that I love to use on a daily basis. All 4 of them are free, and that's what this video is about today. So all these apps kind of combine articles from different websites, social websites, and I'm not going to show you like the New York Times or USA Today, although they have good apps. This video is about Flipboard, Site, Pulse, and Tap2, like I just said. So enjoy the video. Sorry if it's a little rushed. I'm very stressed out with school right now, like very stressed out. But summer is almost here, and I will take more time to make more videos, hopefully, in the summer. And by the way, leave video suggestions down below, even though I might not get to them until the summer. Enjoy the video, and download these apps, like, after you watch the video, of course. So the first app I'm going to show you is Pulse Newsreader. You've probably seen me talk about this app on my video, What's on My iPhone. It's one of my favorite apps, and it is obviously a newsreader. You can see these are some sources that I have, and you can easily scroll through them. It's a really visual interface. It's really simple. For me, a lot of times, just opening the app up and reading through the titles of the articles is enough, because I get an idea of what's going on. You can see at the top I've got different tabs. I've got Home and Tech. I don't have the rest of the pages set up. If I select page 3, this is what it looks like kind of when you first open the app. It makes it really easy for you to add sources. It's really intuitive. It's easy to learn. My dad could even figure it out. I'll show you what it looks like when you're actually reading an article. I'll go to Top Stories in Business, How Apple's Moral Compass Works. So in landscape mode, you can see that the story opens up next to the actual home screen, I guess. And you can still scroll through the rest of the stories and scroll up and down if you want. But here's the article. This is in text mode, so there's like no ads. You don't see the actual website. And this is really nice because it's like no distractions, although with a lot of websites it cuts off most of the articles, so you'll have to go to the web version. So if I select web, it opens up the website within the app, of course, and so here it is, and I can read it like that. I'd have to zoom in probably. Anyways, you can share it on Facebook, Twitter, email, Instapaper. If I hit Twitter, this is what it looks like. I can edit the tweet and then post it, and it's got a link. I can actually scroll through stories from here, or not from the web mode, from the text mode. I can scroll through other stories from this feed. And yeah, that's what it looks like when you're reading a story. In portrait mode, the story takes up the whole screen except for the very bottom. Let me show you that. I'm just clicking on a random story. I actually like this view better because it's less distracting than where you have all these stories on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you're editing your feeds. You just click on the settings icon, and you can see you've got all your pages here, and you just click the plus button, and you can browse sources. So these are different categories. If I click one, for example, let's see, where's the tech one? There it is, technology. And these are the sources that they offer. You can search for a specific source. You can enter in a URL of like an RSS feed. And you can look at featured, obviously the royal wedding's up there. You can even connect it to Google Reader. So if you have a Reader account, it'll sync up with all your RSS feeds there. So that's Pulse. It's very simple. Next app is Zite, and Zite is a personalized magazine. I'll hit home, and on the side you can select different I guess, categories, they call them sections, that you're interested in. When you first launch the app, actually, you'll be brought to this screen, and you can choose what sections interest you. And they've got a bunch to choose from, and you can also enter your own. Plus, you can link your Twitter account and Google Reader. So you can look through the top stories out of all the sections. So this is just a mixture of all the sections that I have here. Or you can select a specific section, for example, social media. And I can scroll through, select an article to read, and this one opens up as the web version. Sometimes they open up in text view. I'm gonna find one that opens up in text view so I can show you. Okay, so in the text view, you can change the font, you can go to web view, but you can also personalize Zeit. This is what's so cool about the app. They call it a personal magazine or something like that. You can select like a thumbs up or thumbs down. So if you select thumbs down, it's not going to give you as many articles like this. And then specifically, you can say, give me more from Likeable.com, which is the website that it came from, or a specific topic like marketing or Facebook. And then, of course, you've got your sharing options here. I like Zeit a lot because since you choose categories and it compiles it all for you, it may get feeds from websites that you've not heard of before, and it's a nice way to discover websites. I've discovered a few websites from here. And Flipboard, everybody knows Flipboard. It's like kind of the thing that people download when they first get their iPad. It's a social magazine. It's cool because besides getting feeds of like categories and websites, you have your Twitter feed, your Facebook feed, and you can actually get feeds from specific Twitter users. So for example, I've added DRBUK, who is somebody that I follow on Twitter. He tweets a ton of really interesting links to just everything like that has to do with tech. And so his Twitter stream makes a really nice kind of newspaper thing, and you can see his tweets on the side here that don't have links, but you can also see all the links. You can select one, you can read the story, you can view the original article. It'll open up a web page within the app. So that's what it's like for a specific Twitter user. I really like viewing Flickr photos on here. So I'm going to go to Flickr and I'll go to interestingness. And this is just really relaxing for me. I kind of sit on the couch and look at the interesting photos on Flickr. You can come down here and actually skim from latest all the way back to yesterday. And then if a picture interests you, you can select it. You can favorite it directly on Flickr because you like hook it up with your Flickr account. If I hit add section, you can actually browse the categories. So let's say news. So you can get it from a specific website like ABC News, or you can select news, which is curated by Flipboard. So it's kind of like Zeit where it takes it from a bunch of different websites rather than just one. The final app that I'm going to show you is Tap2. This one is, I mean, I don't love the interface because you can see that it's very cluttered. It does have more features than Pulse does. So you can tell the interface kind of what you do. I can click on an article. I don't really like how it opens up on the bottom here. Again, it's only because it's in landscape mode. In portrait mode, I like it better. But if I go to edit, this is where it's really powerful. So let's say I add a source. So I'll just add I'll add Macworld. I probably already have Macworld on here, but whatever. And so now let's find where I added it here. I can drag Macworld on top to this Apple category, which I've created. So again, I've kind of made my own category. It's like a folder, but it's all into like one block. It's like the way Flipboard curates feeds for you. You can do this all by yourself on Tap 2. And yeah. Oh, plus another thing I like on Tap 2, I'm sorry, this is kind of disorganized. They have their own, obviously, curated feeds. So if I go to Topics, and then I go to Celebrities and Gossip, it says Curated by Tap 2. So I just added that. It's going to load right here. And if I select it, I'm sorry, it's kind of slow. Let's say, oh cool, I like a lot of these websites on here, but I don't like them all. I can just delete a bunch of websites that I'm not interested in. Just like that. So you can really customize it to your liking, and I'm going to delete this right now because I am not interested in that. You can also change the colors of your feed so it's easier to notice. So, yeah, that's Tap 2. Sorry for making such a long video, but I feel like this is one of the main reasons that I wanted to get an iPad, just because it combines interesting news articles and blogs and all that with social media. You can tweet about it, you can follow Twitter users, but it puts this all in a really nice format. These apps are amazing. It really showcases the power of the iPad, and of course the app developers are genius. So yeah,